Zimmerman, what do you think really separates CorpStrat from the other employee benefits firms out there?
I think we have an amazing staff. We know our stuff. We always put the client's interests first. So clients really trust us. They aren't shopping around. They know that we always are thinking about their needs.
That's easy, just people. We have a unique team of people who are credentialed, committed to helping people, and just have their heart in the game, trying to figure out what is best for our clients. And I think today, in a world where everyone is dealing with the internet and there's not as much connection, I think that's really valuable.
The last quarter of the year is when most companies are renewing their benefits. It's usually December or January for the most part.
Right.
What would you recommend companies be doing now? It's going the last quarter of the year so they can prepare for open enrollment, for looking to change plans, or just staying with what they have. But what would you recommend companies should be doing now to prepare for the end of the year?
Really, they need to run, not walk, to us, because the Q4 rates are already available. You don't have to wait for your renewal. I can tell you what your December rates are now, and I can look at options for you now. Don't have to wait. If they've been renewing their plans year after year with no new ideas, that's a sign that they need to have a conversation with a new broker.
This is the time of year that time is the only commodity we have. So I think you gotta recognize that open enrollment might be happening in December or January, but strategy is happening now. So in terms of what to do, if you're an employer and you get a packet in your email or in your physical mailbox that's 30 pages, that's when you pick up the phone and figure out who else you can have a combo with. And I just tell you this, if we get our hands on a conversation, the odds of us helping an employer are pretty much like 90%. We don't miss many. And we're keeping most of our clients. So it tells us that we're doing a lot. But right now, I think the answer is jump on it quickly, because capacity in this industry is a real issue. And the sooner you can get this thing in place, the sooner your employees are going to be set for the year. And then it all closes down at Christmas time anyway. So you really don't have a very good time of year if you're enrolling during December.
What do you think are 4 or 5 things that are missing when we're taking over an employee benefits firm, because we happen to come in a lot and take over existing firms? What do you see that are always mistakes that are missing that we're able to help, and that the companies don't even aware that they're missing, that we're bringing to them, and they're really happy we're bringing it and it's changing their benefits?
What I see a lot, I mean, it really depends on the size of the firm. Smaller businesses are usually, missing things like federal COBRA administration. Oftentimes, larger firms are missing plan options, HSA high deductible options. Sometimes we bring different contribution strategies that they never thought about before. Those things haven't been looked at. Like they really focus a lot on just the rates and not different strategies that are good for the employer and the employee. A lot of times these days, employers are looking for ways to use benefits to reward, retain, attract their staff, but they don't have any more money to spend. Things like voluntary benefits, mental health. I just had a client that we put in a robust employee assistance program, not the freebie, but a robust one, minimal cost to focus on mental health. So things like that we're constantly looking at.
I think it's all in the details. I think if you really look at what is going on in the world, everyone but does the big stuff, right? There's only 7 carriers in our market, so it's not very difficult to capture what products suit best. But I think when you get into the trenches and really figure out what companies really need in terms of attracting, rewarding, retaining, benefits are right there. Right after an applicant says, how much am I going to get paid? What else are you giving me? And so I think the discussion about how to have contribution formulas, how to use pre-tax plans, how to deliver and communicate what you're spending hundreds of thousands, if not $1 million or more for, I think that's what matters. And I think today there's a lot of discuss on the spend and not as much discuss on how the things work and how your employees engage.